Yuri. Shionne. Damn it!
Here I come! Dragon Swarm! Take this! Here I come! It's over! Tear! Hurricane Thrust! Take this! You're finished! Dragon Swarm! This one's all mine! You picked the wrong fight! Orochi's Fury! You're mine! Dragon Swarm! Orochi's Fury! Dragon Swarm! Dragon Swarm! Next! Dragon Swarm! Orochi's Fury! This isn't looking good. It's on! Eat dirt! Plasma Shock! Stardust! Lunar Rongo! You're mine! Dragon Swarm! Take this! It's over! You're mine! Dragon Swarm! Here I come! You're finished! You're mine! Orochi's Fury! Plasma Shock! You're mine! Hurricane Thrust! Take this! This one's all mine! You picked the wrong fight! Dragon Swarm!
Alvin?
Rinwell!
What happened just now? Normally you'd be able to take that thing with your eyes closed.
Thank goodness you're alive. Are you all right?
Yeah.
I'm just glad we found you in one piece. You were the only one still missing. There's a village back the way we came from, Thistlein. Kisara and La are already there.
Rinwell, where are we?
Ganeth Heros, Volron's realm. Remember?
Ushered by the waves straight to the enemy stronghold. A rare stroke of luck, it would seem.
Luck?
If Volron's here, that means Shionne's close too, right?
Shionne? Oh. Right. Of course.
Are you sure you're feeling okay? You seem a little off.
He's probably just exhausted. Let's save the catching up for when we're back at the village.
We won.
A new melody!
Blast the shot!
Divine Streak! Is it hot? Just bash it out again!
A new melody!
Lunarongo!
Can't
With
get out of
darkness.
this! What? Elusive deity! A debut performance!
You're mine!
Here
Tornado
goes!
drive!
Confiscating!
Eternal
Elusive
devastation!
deity! Tornado drive! Resonate with the earth!
Shining Supernova!
Resonate with the earth!
Sleep
Plasma!
Lightning descends! Thunderblast!
Tornado drive!
That's my cue!
I'll thank
Not
you!
today! Shut him down!
Elusive deity! Tornado drive!
Blast the shot!
Lightning Orb! Dance in the wind!
Can you take it?
Sleep now!
Tornado
Orb of the
drive!
Here I
Starfire!
come!
Extinguish darkness!
Ah! Ah!
Bestow thy
Blast the
mystic
shot!
mercy! Fairy circle!
Divine! I can do this all day!
Lunarongo!
Can you
Here's
take
the
it?
raging cascade!
Russia!
Fresh!
I'm ready!
Rage Tourmaline!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
You're mine!
Raging
Clear
cascade!
for us a path!
Fresh!
Rain blast! Crush!
Let's refrain from losing.
Speaking of Thistleum, it's populated by Danons, but they're not under the rule of any lord. Pretty refreshing, huh? The whole town was built by Danon defectors, escapees from elsewhere. This area's teeming with stray Zoogles, though, so heaven only knows how they managed to set up a community here. The ordeal seems to have left them understandably on edge. Kisara and La are back there right now trying to convince them of our good intentions. Say, Alphen, it looks like you got your face back then.
Yeah.
And your sense of pain, too, it would seem. Any connection?
Really? Oh, but that means...
Probably.
I wonder if Alphen's going to be okay.
For now, I believe we should hold off on speculation and simply keep an eye on him.
Alphen! Boy, am I glad to see you safe.
Well, did you manage to convince them we're not in league with any lord?
Yeah, eventually.
When the ship sank, I thought we were done for. Guess the world just couldn't keep us apart.
Yeah, and now we can finally go rescue Shionne.
There's something I need to tell you guys first. I got my memory back.
So, what did you remember? Are you able to tell us now?
Give the man some space, Law.
I remember being up on Lenegus.
Go on.
I was abducted from Dana. I was told if I ever wanted to return home, I'd have to cooperate. So that's what I did. Next thing I knew, they had made me into the Sovereign.
You mean to say you won the crown contest? As a Danon?
No. They kept me locked in a strange facility. They experimented on me, like I was nothing more than an animal. There were others, but only I survived. course, I wasn't really a king. The reality was that they treated me worse even than the lowest slave. The only reason I survived was because my body was able to withstand the Sovereign's power that they placed inside me.
The crest that appeared behind you on Almadria's ship must have undoubtedly been that of the Sovereign. It all makes sense now. Your affinity with the Blazing Sword, the strange powers you possess, they were all because you were the Sovereign.
Okay, but why would the Renans go out of their way to give you all that power? Just what exactly does being the Sovereign entail?
They said it was for something called the Spirit Channeling Ceremony. They taught me how to harness my power for when the big day came. As for what the ceremony was actually for, unfortunately, I never found out.
So if what you're saying about being on Lenegis is true, then maybe you really did meet Shionne. After all, you said you recognized her from somewhere, right?
But Shionne said she'd never seen him before. How do you explain that?
I was wrong. It wasn't Shionne I knew from Lenegis. It was Naori. She was a Renan maiden they paired me with during the spirit channeling ceremony. She's the woman I kept seeing in my dreams.
A maiden? What?
Wait, so this Naori figure just happens to be the double of Shionne? Bit coincidental, isn't it?
Naori's family name was Imeris.
Imeris? As in Shionne Imeris?
So they're distant relatives or something? Wait, or are they sisters?
Your guess is as good as mine. All I know is it was Naori. She's the one who put the mask on me.
The mask? But why?
To keep my soul from devouring itself over the guilt. After what I did on Lenegis. Over the lives I took.
Lives? You mean you staged a rebellion?
Perhaps it was a part of this spirit channeling ceremony?
I don't know. Whatever it was that the spirit channeling ceremony was supposed to achieve, it didn't turn out as planned. I lost consciousness halfway through. By the time I came to, Lenegis was a sea of flames. I opened my eyes to see Naori there, weeping. I shudder to think of how many deaths I caused that day. Certainly more than any of these lords can claim, I'm sure.
You really expect us to believe this? First the Sovereign, then Lenegis? You couldn't possibly have done all that.
I wonder. In ancient scripture, there is tell of a terrible calamity that befell Lenegis, nearly destroying it. The restoration took years, and required the work of countless laborers.
By ancient, you mean...
It predates the crown contest, to a time before even the first Renan invasion of Dana. More than 300 years ago.
300? But that'd make Alphen...
That's right. I'm pretty much an antique of a human being. Deep down, maybe I already knew.
Alphen...
Some hero, huh? cooperating with the same villains who snatched me from my home, committing mass slaughter, only for it to slip my mind. Then, when I finally remember, turns out I'm so old I've got scripture written about me. So much for standing up to injustice. I've probably got more blood on my hands than all the lords combined!
Alphen, stop! Honestly, I'm not going to pretend to understand what all this means. But what I do know is that right now, you're just reacting to the shock.
Kisara.
Listen, what you really need is time. Time to process things and get your head straight. Truth be told, I think that probably goes for all of us.
What about Shionne? We can't just...
I'm worried about Shionne too, Law. But it's clear that Alphen's in no fit state to fight. This is Volron, remember? Even at full capacity, it's practically a suicide mission. We stay put in the village till we're ready. Okay, everyone? Take some time to think things through, okay? But remember, we're all here for you if you need us. No matter how dark things might seem, you're not alone, Alphen.
Thank you.
It's fine. All right, everyone. Let's break for now.
Do I even have the right to fight? Do I have the right to go to Shionne's rescue? What do the others think?
You're certainly full of surprises, aren't you?
Trust me, it's not intentional.
Sorry, that was insensitive of me. Though, there's still an awful lot I wish I could understand. Every new piece of information seems only to yield further mysteries. The truth feels just as elusive as when we first started. I am well aware of where you got your powers. But why, as a Dahnan, do you bear the same crest as the current Renin sovereign? More to the point, why choose a Dahnan for their sovereign in the first place? And then there is the Maiden, a figure so powerful, she's playing yin to the sovereign's yang in esoteric ceremonies. And yet, I've never even heard of her. Then again, this all occurred 300 years ago. What if the term sovereign doesn't even hold the same meaning as it did back then? Listen, I may be a traitor among my people, but I am still Renin, born and raised. I learned the same history, listened rapt to the same tales. And yet now I feel like there was little truth to any of it.
Speaking of which, there's something else that I remember from the spirit channeling ceremony. It used the Renis Alma.
You're certain?
Yes. Or at least that's what they called it. Only you would know if it was one and the same.
Oh, I have never laid eyes on the real artifact myself. And you never participated in a crown contest. You're not even Renin. Many mysteries lay buried in these 3 centuries past.
3 centuries is more than several lifetimes. Was I really out that long?
Well, I'm only estimating based on historical record. But all the facts would seem to point that way.
Who the hell am I?
If I may be frank, we have even bigger fish to fry than that. By comparison, the far more important question at hand is, just what does it all mean?
Frank, huh?
Sometimes, we need a little help in addressing the truth behind our pain. Not to compete over lives lost, but I suspect your count is still somewhat beneath mine.
Thanks for lending me an ear. And sorry for being a bother.
Please, no thanks are necessary. The quicker you get back on your feet, the sooner we can all get back out there.
All this time, I thought it was the worrying about Shionne and the pain bringing you down. I didn't realize you were lonely too.
I guess all of us are. In one way or another.
Yeah, but you've only just found out. I mean, no, not found out. Remembered.
To tell you the truth, I was actually beginning to forget I'd even lost my memory in the first place. Now that it's returned, well, you can see what I'm like. It's strange. When I think about Lenegis, it still feels like it was only a year or two ago that I was there. But then I realized what feels like years was actually centuries ago.
What about your hometown? Do you know if it's still there?
I doubt it. When the Renans invaded, the world as I knew it changed overnight. Even if the place is still there physically, I expect the people will be long gone. Certainly everyone I knew, at least. My family, my friends.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I have no home to return to either. No family waiting for me. I used to curse my bad luck that I'd ever been born a mage in the first place. Otherwise, if I hadn't, maybe my mother and father would still be alive today. Although if that had been the case, I guess I'd probably still be just another slave with no means to resist. I'd never have met up with you guys, that's for sure.
Have you learned to embrace your powers yet?
Nuh-uh. I resent them a little less than before, though. They've kept me alive this long, right? I try not to think about it too much. After all, who can predict what the future will hold? I guess what I'm trying to say is that with everything that's happened in your past, finding out you're the Sovereign and all, it's no wonder you're conflicted. Heck, honestly, I think anyone would be.
Rinwell.
First it was Shionne, then it was me, and now it's you. All of us suffering, just because of some power we never even asked for.
Yeah. All this time you were suffering right in front of me, and I never even knew. I feel like I finally understand what you and Shionne were going through.
You couldn't have known. Still, if you want to make it up to her, shouldn't we hurry it up and rescue her already? Poor Shionne must be lonely, all by herself wherever she is.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get going. What do you see out there?
Zeugles. Strays by the looks of it. We unwittingly disturbed their territory on our way here, and now they're looking pretty riled up. So, feel like you're making headway? You know, sorting through things?
All I know is Shionne needs our help. As for what happens after that...
Say, how did you get back down here from Lenegis anyway?
I came down in a Renan starship. I have Naori to thank for that.
What happened to her? Did she come with you?
She stayed behind. Just as I wanted to get back to Dana and my people, Naori's place was with her fellow Renans, performing her duties as the Maiden. Neither of us asked for the power or roles we were given. I suppose we felt a kinship with each other in that sense. But even then...
Wait, so you mean it wasn't just Danans like you that Lenegis abducted? You're saying they forced Naori, one of their own, to serve against her will as well?
Even within Renan society itself, there exists a hierarchy. I don't think she was ever given the option to refuse. Despite that, she did everything she possibly could to serve her people. The very same ones I ended up slaughtering. And even after that, she still helped me escape back to Dana. She stayed behind on Lenegis to help any of her people who survived. I owe her more than words can express. A debt left to fester for what? 300 years? How do I even begin to make up for something like that?
In all honesty, you don't. You can't atone for what's happened in the past. I don't think anyone can. Be it several centuries ago, or just yesterday.
What are you saying? That I might as well give up?
I'm saying you don't have to be a white knight in shining armor. Back after my brother had passed away, it was you who told me that his dream lived on inside me. And you did the same for him, for Dohalim, when he was ready to give up too. You were there for both of us. You know what I heard? I heard you telling me to keep fighting, to strive no matter what.
Then I was out of line. I had no right to ask that of you.
No, you're wrong. Those words were exactly what I needed to hear at the time. In fact, I would go as far as to say that I wouldn't even be here had I not heard them. Left to my own devices, who knows when I would have been able to pick myself up. Besides, it's not like killing all those people was a choice that you made of your own free will, right? The truly terrible ones are the people who abducted you. The ones who forced you to wield that power. They're the ones you should be blaming. Not only that, but that guilt you feel inside, that's all the proof you need to know you're a good person, Alphen. Do you understand? If I'm still allowed to fight and keep on living, then damn it, Alphen, so the hell are you. But, if you're still not convinced, then ask yourself this. What is it that you've really been fighting for this whole time? Go on, ask yourself.
What I've been fighting for, huh?
Alphen, are we gonna go rescue Shionne or what? What's gotten into you, man? Aren't you worried about her?
Do I even have any right to be?
If you were in my place, you'd say, to hell with all that. What do you want to do?
Sounds like me. Pretending I have all the answers is kind of my forte.
Come on, man, snap out of it. This isn't like you. Look, I get it. You finally remember your past, only to feel like you've lost yourself again. You're in shock, and who wouldn't be? Worse still, you blame yourself for what happened. And yeah, I don't agree, but that doesn't mean I don't understand either. But here's the thing. None of that's got anything to do with Shionne.
I guess.
It's about Naori, isn't it? Look, you're still here, aren't you? Who's to say this chick isn't alive and kicking out there somewhere, too? Fine, I've said my piece. The thing is, though, where does this leave Shionne?
My power consumed me once already. I left behind a path of fire and destruction. And the same thing could happen again. I can't guarantee anyone's safety, including Shionne's.
So you think we might get burned up because of your sovereign powers? I can think of worse ways to go. Come on, fight this thing! What happened to the guy who talked to me after my dad died? The one who cared enough to reach out and save me? That's the guy I was proud to follow. Not this faltering imposter who's taken his place.
Law.
No, I'm serious. What's gotten into you, man? Just give me the word and I'll beat some sense into you if that's what it takes. Now, I'm gonna ask you this once and only once. Are you serious about rescuing Shionne or not? What's it gonna be, Alphen?
What do you think? Of course I want to rescue her. Hell, I'd do it right now if I could.
So then quit griping and do it already!
Listen, you're probably right about all this.
Alphen.
It's exactly like you said. Whatever happened in my past has nothing to do with Shionne. But there's still so much that There I go again. So much for the inspiring Alphen of old.
He could be a pain sometimes. Besides, even a hero has to let the cracks show once in a while, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Just give me a little more time to fill in the cracks. And thanks, Law.
Hey, don't even mention it. You've totally got this, Alphen. I believe in you.
Back to the inn, I guess.
Alphen! There you are!
What is it?
Zeugles, that's what! They're almost at the village gates!
Any closer and they'll be house hunting. I knew we shouldn't have cut through their territory.
That sounds bad.
Can you fight? No shame in bowing out if you're not up for it.
Kisara's right. You don't want to go overdoing it.
I'm up for it.
Really?
You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. It's now or never, right?
Alphen, right! Great to have you back! Now let's do this!
Look sharp, people. If we don't act fast, they're going to get into the village.
Right. We need to hurry.
Remember, if the pain's too much,
We've all got our own pain to deal with. I'm done letting others pick up my slack.
Here they come! We can't let even a single one through!
There's a firm no-Zeugle policy.
Fine by me. Let's get to work then.
Eat dirt!
Bet that shell's hiding something tasty.
more where that came from. Dance in the wind.
Dragon shell!
It's almost too strong.
Split it open!
Be my guest. Take this! It's over!
Now,
Struck off! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
It's on! No escape! Take this! It's over! Stardust!
Light up
You
the
picked the
dark!
wrong fight!
They're taking too many hits!
Lock the shot! It's over!
We've been smelling tonight. Yeah! And pummeling to me! I'm on a roll now! No further!
Take this!
now. Frozen.
Hammer!
My turn!
Eat this!
Shot!
Talon Hurricane!
You're mine! You're finished! Stardust!
Do it!
Firmament rescue.
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Not a chance! You're finished!
Here's the
Or shield.
Eat
Firmament
dirt.
render.
Perfect Knuckle!
Not on my watch.
Take this!
Light up the dark!
It's over!
Alright, let me out!
Stardust!
Photon blast.
Perfect Knuckle!
Here I come! You're finished!
Anything in order!
Frozen.
Hammer!
Alphen, you okay?
I'm fine. This pain thing really hurts, huh?
But hey, at least you're still alive.
It wouldn't be called pain if it was pleasant. It can be pretty useful, though. It's good motivation to improve and get stronger.
Guess I've got a lot of room to improve in that regard.
Anyway, I'm glad we could protect the village, especially after everything they've done for us.
Yeah.
You know, Thistleum kind of reminds me of home. The people here have hidden themselves away out of the fear of being found, always watching their backs. Though in the end, home was destroyed anyway.
That won't happen here.
Oh? Is that a hint of fighting spirit I sense?
Yeah. I won't lie. Some of these memories will take a while to process. But I've learned something too. My rage, this fury I feel at our so-called rulers, it comes from having so much of myself stripped away from me back then. Friends, family, home. They took everything from me, and left me with nothing but guilt. I was completely alone. At least that's what I thought. But not anymore. Since I awakened, I've met people who I care about. Friends who hold me up. Friends who make me feel like I'm worth something. And I won't lose that. Not ever again. I'll protect those bonds with everything I have. That's why I need to keep fighting.
But Shionne comes first.
Of course. First we rescue Shionne, then we defeat Volron and liberate Dana. Everyone, will you fight with me?
Say the word and I'm there.
Certainly no objections.
Then it's agreed. Our next stop will be the capital, Pelegion. According to the villagers, there's a huge cliff separating Thistleum from the capital. Luckily for us, there's a path we can use to climb up.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
We don't know what lies ahead. We should prepare well before we venture.
Okay.
Why?
Damn it.
What?
Is that so?
Okay.
Great job.
I'll teach these small fry who's the apex predator of these waters. Just watch and
By the way, how is Mahavar doing? Wait, don't tell me we still haven't found him.
It's not like we haven't been looking. I've covered the whole length and breadth of the coast, but...
All of the other crew members are accounted for, including us. But we weren't able to find Mahavar. He's still missing.
I see.
Perhaps he couldn't bring himself to abandon the ship.
You mean at the bottom of the ocean? Damn it.
We don't know that it sank. We all washed up on the same shore. If the ship went down, isn't it strange we haven't come across a single piece of debris?
Do you think he might still be alive somewhere out there?
I think stranger things have happened. Whether he's alive or otherwise, We've exhausted all the avenues available to us. All we can do now is press on ahead.
Fine, let's get going. Thistlein was founded by Danons fleeing the tyranny of Renan lords, right? But when you first came, they must have known Dohalim was Renan. So why do you think they let us in?
They almost didn't. But it wasn't just Dohalim they were wary of. They didn't trust any of us.
Even the weird Danons just like them?
When you live life in constant fear of being pursued, it's only a matter of time before all outsiders start to seem a potential threat.
I suppose that makes sense. So how did you convince them to trust us?
You saw how destitute the village was. They needed food, badly. We hunted some Zeugles for them. That seemed to do the trick.
Of course, a little magic-assisted roast didn't hurt things.
Never underestimate a full stomach's ability to put a person at ease. It turns out a hearty meal can be a powerful weapon. Something's on your mind. You having second thoughts about rescuing Shionne?
Of course not! Shionne's our friend! Almeidrea was the one I hated. For as long as I can remember, she served as a symbol to me of everything Renan. But ever since getting to know Shionne, I realized it doesn't make sense to group people together like that. Every individual is different.
I see.
Besides, the situation with Almeidrea was something else entirely. I'd already decided I wasn't going to kill her, but when I saw her die right in front of me, a part of me thought it served her right, that she'd gotten what she deserved. But another part regretted that someone else had come along and killed her instead. Don't get me wrong. If I had the chance again, I still wouldn't kill her. But it's not like I'll be shedding any tears now that she's gone. It's all so confusing. I don't know how to make sense of any of it.
Who said it had to make sense?
Huh?
Rinwell, you've done nothing wrong. You've started to question the beliefs you've held all your life. It's only natural for you to feel disoriented. You didn't give in to the hatred you felt for Almeidrea. You made a choice not to kill her. And that's significant, whether you realize it or not. As for what it means exactly, that might be worth taking some time to figure out on your own.
Some time.
Or don't, if you don't want to. It's just an idea. I'm still searching too, remember?
No, I think you're right. It can't hurt to keep searching after all. And hey, thanks, Kisara. You sense one of your pals, Hoodle?
It feels like I'm melting.
Calaglia was pretty hot, but at least the air there was dry. Out here, it feels like I'm trying to walk through thick soup.
I can hardly breathe, it's so stuffy. And don't get me started on the insects. You hanging in there, Hoodle?
It's brutal, all right. I can feel my energy being drained away just by walking. All this vegetation makes it hard to keep an eye out. Keep your wits about you, everyone. And watch you don't keel over while you're at it.
What's needed at times like these is a relaxing hot spring. That would soon help us adjust.
And where do you expect us to find one of those?
What about you, Alphen? All that gear, and you hardly seem to be breaking a sweat.
Yeah, I guess when you've lived a life devoid of pain for as long as I have, even feeling hot and bothered can be a welcome change.
Well, lucky you, I guess. Just don't expect us to carry you when you pass out.
Right, here goes! Orochi's Fury!
I'll smash you!
Going in. Far enough.
If they rush, you gotta jump for
This
cover,
one's
okay?
mine. Light up the dragon shot. All right. Let me at
This
him.
one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Lightning orb!
Look sharp.
Rage
Come on.
Tiger
Tiger
Blade!
Blade.
Here!
Not today!
I'll be saving
Light
this
up the
one!
dark.
Alright.
Let me at him.
Here goes!
You could use a hand. Look sharp. That's it.
Eternal Devastation!
Flaming meteor.
Now!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! Rage Cascade!
Demon
New
Fang!
chance.
Here
Too
goes.
slow. On guard.
Destruction!
Cascade!
Flaming meteor.
Vanquish Darkness!
Going in.
This is looking good!
Look sharp.
Divine
One more.
Streak!
Rising Wyvern!
Watch this. You could use a hand. Ready to go.
Dance
Here
in
I
the
come!
wind!
Ready to
I
go.
will carve through armor!
All right. Let me. This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
Man, this place is thick with foliage.
I know. It feels like we're going to be swallowed up by all these plants if we stay in here.
Indeed. I much prefer the forests in Menancia myself.
Not that I don't agree, but maybe now's...
It's on! You're mine! You picked the wrong fight!
Lightning Condensed!
Orochi's Fury!
That's it! I'll take out the leg, my shield.
I'll end you! Here I come! You're finished!
I'll do it!
Kitara frozen!
Hammer!
Hey! Poodle's quivering! I think we're...
That's far enough!
Take this!
Thunderblade!
Their arcs were interrupted.
It's on! Take this!
Piercing roar!
Plasma shock!
Firmament Render!
You're mine! Eat dirt!
Arrow
Orochi's Fury!
You require a hand.
Dance in the wind!
How about this?
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
I'm on it!
Dance
Take
in
this!
the wind! Sleep now!
Dragon Sword!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Tear! Hurricane Thrust!
First
Strike! Take this!
I can carve through armor!
With this, I can become even stronger!
Is that the Zoogle we were told to dispatch?
What's up?
Once we get to the mountain, the terrain won't be easy. We should rest up here before pressing on.
But what about Shionne? She's waiting for us.
All the more reason to conserve our energy.
Huh?
It's not only the mountain. Hard though that may be, it's a pittance compared to what follows. Namely Volron. We wear ourselves out now, or worse still, get injured. We might as well show up gift-wrapped. Right, Kisara?
That's right. Besides, Alphen still hasn't fully recuperated yet.
I'm fine. Don't stop on my account.
Oh, really? Well, in that case, it's me who wants to take a rest for a while. Does that suit you better?
A little bit.
So, Alphen, 300 years, huh? Care to share the secret to such a long and healthy life?
I wish I knew. Once I left Lenegis, the next thing I remember is waking up in Calaglia. Everything in between is a blank.
You mean there are still gaps in your memory?
I've heard of starships with devices that can stave off imminent death by putting their passenger into a deep sleep. They're usually only intended as a temporary solution, until proper treatment for an ailment or injury can be obtained.
You think he might have been asleep in that starship for 300 years? But why? What would be the point?
Might this Naori have had a hand in it?
What do you mean?
If she's Renin like you say she is, she would have understood how to operate the starship better than yourself.
You're saying she deliberately put me to sleep for 300 years?
Dohalim, that's a bit of a leap.
Forgive me. I spoke out of turn. I'm merely thinking aloud, that's all. Shionne and the maiden Naori. After 300 years, it's not unreasonable to suspect they may be related. Shionne is nearly the perfect image of her, yes? She also just so happens to be connected to you. Is it merely a coincidence?
Like I've told you 1,000,000 times already, I wouldn't know.
Well, if you're absolutely certain that it couldn't have been Naori, then I guess I must have been mistaken. Complicated machinery can sometimes break down or have failures. Sorry for being presumptuous.
Hold on a sec. Alphen, you said the mask was to placate you, right? To keep your guilt and rage in check? And you were wearing it the whole time you were asleep, right?
I guess I must have been.
So that's 300 years you were wearing it. It's just a hunch, but do you think that the mask might be...
The reason he lost all his memories?
All but a select few strong ones, so deeply ingrained in his psyche that he saw them in the form of dreams. It's not completely out of the question.
In which case, maybe it was the mask numbing his sense of pain, too.
It's certainly possible. As for how, I wouldn't know, but the dampening effect on his psyche could have manifested itself physically as well.
I'm sorry for snapping at you back there. It's thanks to you that I feel like that we're finally getting somewhere with all this.
No apologies necessary. Reading others' feelings has never been my strong suit.
So he finally admits it.
I really hope Shionne's okay.
Alone. I'm all alone.
Let's go. We don't want to keep Shionne waiting.
I always hear you muttering to yourself whenever we're in battle. So, just what are you saying?
Why do you want to know? Does it bother you or something?
Not really. It's just the way you talk is sometimes kind of creepy. So I was wondering if you vent your frustration through your magic. Are you yelling, "You stupid jerk," or something like that to pump yourself up?
What? No. That's not what's happening during my incantations. I'm just focused, so I match my tone to fit the mood of whatever I'm trying to invoke.
Invoke?
How do I put it? Basically, the elemental astral energy behind each art, I guess.
Astral energy? Hold on, are you saying you can talk to astral energy?
Not exactly. But if I put emotion into what I say, it's easier for me to properly cast my arts. That makes sense?
Kind of. Okay, so if you can talk to astral energy, then you can ask it to, like, predict the weather or find secret treasure?
Wait, you don't really think that, do you?
Or you can ask it to send down lightning to where there's bad guys lurking and...
May lightning condemn those who bear false! Thunderblade!
Ah, what are you doing? You almost fried me with that!
I just asked the astral energy to send down lightning where there were annoying boys.
I don't know what to do. Things can't go on like this.
What do you mean?
Ah! Oh, it's you, Rinwell.
You were talking about me, weren't you?
No, I wasn't. I've just been thinking about some things.
Really? How unusual.
Cut it out. I'm being serious here.
Sorry.
I was thinking about... You know how I used to work for Ganabelt back when I was in Cyslodia?
Yeah, of course. You were brought in after the Snake Eyes killed your friends, right? I mean, you had to.
Right. I used to have nightmares about it when I fell asleep. But lately that's been happening a lot less. I don't know how to feel about that.
That's a good thing, isn't it? You should be happy.
Yeah, but... I did a lot of terrible things back then. And I'm scared I'm starting to forget what I did.
Okay, so let me just get all of this straight. You think you'll forget everything if you stop having those nightmares? Why?
Because... You know me. I'm freaking stupid.
But it sure doesn't sound to me like you've forgotten.
Oh, yeah. But still.
I don't think those nightmares going away means you've forgotten. Maybe it's a sign that you've come to terms with what you did.
Come to terms? You mean like Alphen with his past? You think that's what's happening?
Yeah, I do. You're pretty amazing, Law.
I am?
Yeah. Not all of us have figured out how to accept our pasts. Least of all, me.
Rinwell.
That's what we're going to climb?
Is it just me, or does Rinwell suddenly seem much more comfortable around Dohalim than she used to?
I noticed that too. When the two of them came and found me together back on the beach, I could hardly believe my eyes.
It's not like we had a choice or anything. Law and Kisara had to hang back to convince the villagers we meant them no harm. More than that, though. There are a lot of things I've still got to come to terms with regarding Almeidrea. But I guess I'm through making snap judgments based on someone's origin. At least, I'm trying to be. I guess you could say it's a work in progress.
I see. You hear that, Law? Sounds like all that hard effort wasn't for nothing.
Yeah.
That's got to be reassuring to hear. Right, Dohalim?
Not being subjected to unwarranted suspicion is certainly welcome.
Yeah, that long-winded way you have of talking, though? Not so much a fan of that.
I think that's more of a personality thing than a Renin trait.
Really? In that case, I won't have to feel guilty getting annoyed by it.
Crap. This injury hurts more than I thought. Shionne, sorry, but could you... Oh. Right.
An opponent like this should be easy. You're mine!
Denied! Sealed!
You're mine!
Are those arms even natural? Thunderblade! One more time!
Not my fight!
Not my time! You got
Eat dirt!
Raging Cascade!
Take this!
This one's mine! Now!
Double me! In an instant! Impact block!
How about...
Thunder Field!
Damn it!
Raging Cascade!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Switch to Air Thrust!
You're on!
In the wind! Air Thrust! Going in! Close one! Photon Tiger Blade! Light Astral Energy! Photon Blast! Dance in the wind! Air Thrust! This one's mine!
Not today!
Shield and Mace! Here goes! Raging Cascade!
You're mine!
Grinwell! It's nothing. I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this! Deus Roar! Hey, anyone else think this might be a touch too dangerous?
Lidwell's right. We should fall back to regroup and try again later.
You require a hand.
Strike!
Look sharp! Here comes!
Try harder! Hurricane thrust!
It's a duel of the arms!
Take this!
Air thrust!
Lunar Rondo!
Far enough!
This one's all mine!
Kisara frozen!
Hammer!
Nicely done!
You're mine!
All thanks to you.
The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that.
Plasma shock!
Let's get you
You're
out of the
mine!
way.
I'll finish you Dragon Swarm!
Light Astral Energy!
Orochi Fury!
Going in!
Dragon Shell!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
See what? Yeah. And the pummeling to me.
Going in! More for the stop
First
time!
strike! You're mine!
Let's see Ranger!
Big blast! I'll crush you!
Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! I'm even stronger than before.
I've never stood so close to a waterfall like this before.
I bet it'd feel real refreshing to take a shower underneath this water.
You're welcome to try. But that water pressure would likely crush you to a pulp.
No backing down!
They're surrounding
It's
us!
over! I'm on it!
Photon
Dragon
lightning
Swarm!
condemned! Thunder!
Orochi Fury!
I'm on this one coming in!
You're mine!
He's dead! Come over! Lightning orb!
Astral Arts?
That's my cue!
Shut him down! Orochi Fury!
Period break!
Here I go!
Gusty nail!
Dragon
Armature coming through!
Eat dirt!
Dragon shell!
Dragon Swarm!
I'll save with
Take
dirt!
this!
Far enough! Not on my watch!
No further!
All healed!
Orochi Fury! Plasma shock! No!
movement.
And I'll stop your life! And done!
Let's keep up the pace.
Piss off! Eat dirt!
Make it rain.
Dohalim!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
My turn! Take this!
Aw, two giants. Here, give me help.
Lightning Lord!
This
Our
one's
next
mine.
coming through!
Flaming meteor.
Shattering the pieces!
Now! Frozen!
Hammer.
I can feel my power growing!
Go no further!
Take this!
Now you see what I can do!
Going in!
You're done! Talon Hurricane! Bet that shell hiding something tasty.
Take this! No! Can't end here!
Come on. You have.
May a thousand gales
Take
carry
this!
your
Hook shot.
Can't get out of this!
Gusty nail!
Tiger blade.
Dust to dust! Now I'm in the groove!
Nothing gets by me.
Talon
Permanent
Hurricane!
surrender! Leave the enemy charge to me!
No complaints here!
Time to shine.
I've let you all down.
Now! Frozen!
Hammer.
Nicely done!
All thanks to you.
Going in!
You're mine!
Raging
Finish!
Hurricane! Don't mind if I do!
This one's all mine!
Time to make it rain.
Dohalim!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Step back! This one's all law!
An opponent like this should be easy.
Lightning defense!
Here I come!
Thunderbolt!
Wait. No.
Is it hot?
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare the Malisa.
I hope this thing is
Vanquish
meant for
Darkness.
Let's go. Tiger blade.
Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
Now or never.
Talon
Going
Hurricane!
in. Nothing gets by me. Far enough.
Do it!
Double Demon
Guardian
Fang!
field.
Now
May a thousand gales carry the shred!
I'm on a roll
Flaming
now!
meteor.
Going in!
One more.
Now!
Law. I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
not
You're
done yet.
open.
May a
Going
thousand
in.
gales carry the shred!
Flaming meteor. Hook shot. More power to protect everyone.
And to be protected!
Yeah, that one.
Pathetic.
Hey, new equipment!
How much farther?
I don't think we're even halfway there yet. Hang in there.
Not even halfway? Are you serious?
That's no reason to give up.
I'll do my best.
You're mine! Dragon Swarm!
He's dead! Going in! Take on more!
Orochi Fury! finished! Here I come! It's over!
Now I'm real mad!
Orochi's Fury! Here I come! It's
Now
over!
you see what I can do!
Its armor's too strong!
Then split it open!
Be my guest!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Faster! Like March, I'll finish you here and now!
This'll come in handy.
Steel! That's it!
I'm not done!
Alright, it's showtime!
Eat this! I'll run you through!
Lightning orb, raging cascade!
You require a hand. This one's mine!
Eat this! You're done!
Lightning Wave!
Magic is frozen!
Hammer!
Nicely done!
All thanks to you.
Turbo Blade! Turbo Demon Fang!
Time to leave now!
Storm!
Get on in there with the
Dragon
others!
Swarm!
Don't mind if I do!
I'll end you!
It's Turbo Devastation! Finish it! Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
A victory for the ages.
You can never be too prepared. But did we have to spend so much?
What is this place?
Careful. We've got company.
Doesn't look like we're getting past without a fight.
Watch your feet. Fall from here and it's curtains.
We're just trying to get past. Get out of our way!
Save your breath! All that thing sees is a talking meal!
Then let's show it how wrong it is! Is it trying to stop us? My turn! You picked the wrong fight!
Exploit the enemy's weakness!
Dragon Swarm!
The fluidity of your movement is simply incredible.
Confiscated! Dance in the wind!
Bestow thy mystic mercy!
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it.
Take this! Talon Storm! Not so fast! I'll blind you
There you
with
go!
the
Don't let up!
This one's all mine!
Chinese Supernova!
You picked the wrong fight!
Ready to reform! Now you see what I can
Hold
do!
on to your arm! Here I come! In here!
Soaring Blast!
You don't mind if I do!
Eagle Ray!
Dragon Swarm!
Talon Storm!
Raging Cascades!
Leave the charge right
No further! Here I come!
Here comes!
You're finished!
More of that destroy!
It's on! Take this!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
Try harder!
Astral
Eat dirt!
energy!
It's wide open!
It won't escape me.
Engulfs you!
Chinese supernova! Raging cascade!
A thrilling
Don't
performance.
mind if I do!
It's over!
1,000 gales, tear you to shreds!
Elusive deity!
Gusty nail!
Soaring drop!
Anything in armor is all mine!
Elusive deity! Dragon
It's in your
form!
hands now.
Dragon shell! I owe you one.
Thunderblade!
Big blast!
May 1,000 gales tear you to shreds!
It can't end here!
Forgive me. This is my fault.
Lightning condemns! Thunderblade!
Elusive deity!
That's much
I'm
better.
ready!
Bestow thy mystery on my
Lightning
spider!
raging cascade!
Very serpent!
Sleep route!
You're mine!
Lady this way! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! I can do it all day! Its wings are lighting up!
It's getting ready to attack!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
Such tremendous power.
Don't face it head on.
Dragon shell!
Not in your dreams!
Dragon
Now!
swarm! Doubly! In an instant! Impact block! Bestow thy
Photon
mystic
dance
mercy!
in the
Dragon
wind!
swarm!
Air thrust!
This one's all
Getting
mine!
stronger!
Switching up its movement! Watch out!
And will you lay down your life for your lord?
Well, I mean, hey, let's not be hasty.
Elusive deity!
Feel! Just when you all tucked away! Look! You alright?
Yeah, I'll be okay.
Now
Devastation!
Resonate with the earth.
Florida! Onyx!
Resonate with the
Stay away from my friend!
stalagmite.
Here goes! One but I don't mind if I do!
Resonate with the
Dance in the
earth.
wind!
Stalagmite.
Feel!
Dragon swarm!
More for the top!
Stalagmite.
Try harder!
Magic is the... Blah, 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 magic! Crossblade!
Do it!
Forgive me.
Better! Air thrust!
Hurricane thrust!
Out of the woods.
Blast the shock! Not today!
Resonate with the earth.
Dance
Stalagmite.
in the wind! Enemies immobilized!
Double demon fang!
Resonate with the earth.
See you all tucked away.
Stalagmite.
Thunder field!
Thunderstorm!
More where that came from!
Stalagmite.
Don't mind if I do!
Resonate with the earth.
Here goes!
Stalagmite. Take this.
Photon, lightning condensed!
In a bind.
Thunderblade!
Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite. Resonate with the earth.
Raging
Stalagmite.
cascade! Field!
You're mine! Not today!
This one is almost in the bag!
Resonate with the
We're
earth.
not done yet.
Stalagmite.
Just
falling back.
Resonate
Then
with
it's
the
time for
earth.
you to do what you do best! Arrow
Resonate
swirl!
with the earth.
Mega
Stalagmite. Resonate with the earth.
May 1,000
Stalagmite.
gales tear you to shreds!
Gonna need more of that.
Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite.
Tear!
Thunder field!
Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite.
Nothing gets by me. Denied.
Stalagmite. Watch yourself.
Thunderstorm!
It's incredible power.
Hold on to your arc!
Strike!
Here I come! Air thrust! Photon dance in the wind! Air thrust!
Orochi's fury!
Astral energy!
No further.
You'll pay for that!
Thunder field!
Eat dirt!
Photon raging cat! Don't mind if I do! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Take care of...
No rest for the wicked. Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite. Resonate with the earth.
Shock!
Stalagmite.
Lunar Rondo! Soaring light
Ready to
spear!
go.
Mirage!
Denied.
No further.
Fury! Dragon Swarm! In an instant! Impact block!
With fauna like that, I'm impressed so many people from Thistleum made it through here alive.
Who's to say there weren't a whole lot more of them who didn't?
Well, at any rate, it should be a safer climb now that we've cleared the way a bit, right?
No. So long as people feel the need to face terrain this perilous, I'd say true safety's some way off.
You mean defeating Volron and putting an end to the crown contest, right? I guess that would be the best solution here, huh?
We've wasted enough time here already. Let's get going. Shionne needs us.
How are we still not there yet? It feels like we've been climbing this mountain forever.
It helps if you try not to look up or down. All you need is silent determination. Talking too much will only waste energy and burn you out.
I'm too tired to look up or down, even if I wanted to.
Take care you don't fall, at least. Unless you want to make a Zoogel's day, that is.
Zoogles? Why would they care if I fell or not?
How would you feel if a 3-course meal fell right out of the sky at your feet?
Zoogle chow.
Law? Best not to listen to him if you can help it. You'll only be encouraging him if you do.
Tell me that before I listen next time.
Still, Dohalim has a point. One wrong step and it's curtains.
Wouldn't it be great if we could all fly like Hootle? I bet even the refugees who didn't make it would have made it to Thistleum that way.
Until we magically sprout wings. Let's just watch where we're stepping instead, okay? Come on. Shionne's waiting for us.
Hey! Are you insane? What the hell were you thinking? I thought we were gonna die!
One simply needs to be bold and act with conviction in times such as these.
Did you know it was gonna be safe before you jumped? Because I sure didn't.
More or less. I figured there would likely be a basin here akin to most such waterfalls.
Don't just make people jump off cliffs on a hunch!
Are we ever gonna finish climbing this ladder?
We're climbing a considerable height. It's only natural that it will take some time.
That's not the problem here!
We are getting closer to the top, aren't we?
You've just got to keep your spirits up, Rimla. Positive thinking is everything.
We finally reached the top.
My limbs feel like they're about to fall off.
Already? You kids need to train more.
She's right. We don't have time to catch our breath.
Someone's got a lot of pep in his step.
Here I come!
May a thousand get period of dread!
Orochi's Fury! Orochi's Fury! You pay for that! Plasma Shock! Talon Hurricane! Do it! You're mine! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! See that? That training's paying off! It's over! I'm on it! I'll run you through! Go away! Come one!
Nothing gets by me!
I'm on it! To be seen! Orochi's Fury! You're finished! Nothing, Knuckles! Dragon Sword! Thanks!
I'm in your deck, Goku.
Then tonight's meal is on you.
You got it!
What to make?
I'm ready! Steel! Might! Dazzle! Bestow thy mystic mercy! Here I come! Very good!
It must be tired of killing me.
I'm merely doing what I can.
Ready and rare!
Glad you're on us, Goku.
Azure Storm! I can carve through armor!
There's always room for improvement.
Little help!
Here I come! Dragon!
I shall ensure you survive this.
Get that gel time with something tasty! Dragon Swarm! Here I come! You're finished! This one's over! Dragon Swarm!
Leave the enemy's arc to me!
I can handle it!
No complaints here!
Now!
Demons Descend! Flashing Bang! Easy!
Way to go!
No armor can stop me!
Remind me to stay on your good side.
Eat dirt!
You require a hand.
Don't mind if I do!
Take this! Take this! Dragon Swarm! Far enough!
Raging
Deity! Orochi's
Heal.
Fury! Getting pile driver! Now you see what I can do!
More for the stockpile! Blah, 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 blah. Sleep now.
I'm ready! Demons Descend! Flashing Bang! Now!
Light
Electric
action!
Russia!
More where that came from!
Elusive Deity! Dragon Swarm!
Light action! Blah, blah, blah. Magic!
Take this! Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite! This one's all mine! Eat dirt!
Here goes!
Resonate with
Light
the earth!
action in the wind!
Dragon Swarm!
Sleep now. Let's get you all tucked away.
Orochi's Fury! Can you take it?
He's not in your dreams.
Dragon Shock! Dragon Shock!
You require a hand.
No further! Dragon Swarm!
Kikara, I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
So that didn't go as planned.
We must consider well if this is the right path. There's history in the air here. I can smell it.
I don't smell anything.
Don't encourage him.
Ugh, I'm okay, guys.
We did it. We've reached the top of the mountain.
About damn time. My knees are singing symphonies over here.
Look, there it is.
That's it. That's Pelegion, the seat of Volron's power.
So that's where Shionne's being held?
Most likely.
Most likely.
That is what I said, yes.
Pelagian's still our best lead. So that's where we go, right?
Any advice before we head in there?
No.
No?
In the ancient tongue, Ganeth Heros means Fortress of Naught, though I fail to see what insight that nugget of trivia holds.
I guess I just thought you might have something we could use.
Since Volron became Lord, the only thing this realm has been known for is its shroud of secrecy. It is Volron's stronghold. All else is incidental. Just keep in mind that you can't be too careful inside.
Speaking of which, just how are all of us planning to get inside exactly?
It's not like there are any secret passages.
We've come this far. If there's no other way in, I guess we'll just have to use the front gate. Volron told us to come find him, which means he's expecting us. Let's do this the old-fashioned way.
Len?
I sure hope nothing bad's happened to Shionne.
Keep those thoughts to yourself, Rinwell. Everyone's anxious enough as it is.
Sorry. It's just... I can't seem to stop thinking about it. What do you think it is that Volron wanted with her anyway?
Going by what he said back on Almadria's ship, it would appear his primary target is Alphen. Though, it's likely he hasn't forgotten the blow he sustained at Shionne's hand either. That might even be what ignited his interest.
Yeah, did you see the way he reacted? It was like he was enjoying every moment. Even his pain at Shionne's thorns. Oh, that guy's just creepy.
Let's just hope he's keeping his perverted tendencies in check.
What? Law? Don't say things like that.
It's not like we weren't all thinking it.
That's still no reason to...
All right, you two. Now that's enough already. Alphen shouldn't have to grit his teeth while he listens to you.
Oh.
Sorry.
You can never be too prepared. But did we have to spend so much?
I swear I've seen that castle somewhere before. Right.
That was nothing.
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little?
Huro, come here, sweetie. Woo! Good boy.
What are you doing?
It's flying practice. Huro doesn't really like to leave my side, but if I don't make him spread those wings every now and then, they'll start to weaken. It's important he practices. Also, I'm pretty sure he put on some extra weight. Ooh.
Probably because everyone keeps sneaking him snacks when you're not looking.
I knew it! I thought there was something fishy going on. Oh, it's really not good for birds to be overweight, you know?
Oh, really? I'm sorry, Rinwell.
You were feeding him too? You haven't been giving him anything he can't eat, have you?
I'm pretty sure everything I've given him has been okay. Just to be sure, though, why don't you tell me what he can't eat?
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Is something the matter?
No, not at all. It's just, for a really long time, Huro was the only friend I had. So on the one hand, it makes me really happy to see everyone be so accepting. But on the other, it's a bit of an adjustment sharing him, you know?
Every one of us can see that he's like family to you. I can promise no one's trying to ignore your feelings or anything.
Yeah, I'm sure you're right. I'll talk to the others about it later. Good night. Another day, another Gald.
I don't want Shionne to get mad at us for dragging our feet.
Alphen?
She's the one that's kept us on track. picked me up when I was down.
Sure.
I just thought she'd always be there.
Poodle, shake off that water. Woo!
This is no place to fish, is it?
Whew, that was refreshing.
You act like you just took a bath.
Whew.
I think Poodle senses something.
Whew. Whew. I think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
Always love the sound of hammers banging away.
My heart skipped a beat there. I think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
Gosh, the castle's even larger once you get close to it.
What's that shining thing up top? A spirit vessel? It feels creepy, like it's watching over everything.
You think he knows we're here?
Hey, that actually came out pretty all right, don't you think?
Good night, everyone. I think we've rested long enough. Let's keep moving.
We're almost there, guys. Don't let your guard down.
I'm excited just thinking about us barging through the...
Halt! Are you Alfin and his companions?
Why would you think that?
You are the only one scheduled to arrive, and there are no unscheduled arrivals in Ganath Haros. So I'll ask again, are you Alfin and his companions?
We are.
Then pass. Lord Volron is expecting you at Castle Delpharis.
Well, suppose it's rather nice of them to roll out the red carpet for us.
So we're supposed to meet him in there? What do we do now?
Let's see how things look around the city first. Then we'll make our way to the castle.
Not a slave in sight. Where is everyone? There aren't even any soldiers.
Something feels off. I don't like it.
Like the fact that the enemy could ambush us at any moment? Yeah, not crazy about that either.
No, not that. Something else.
That must be Volron's castle up ahead. I suppose we just walk right up to it then?
That's what the guard from before said. Now, if we only knew where they were keeping Shionne, we could try to...
That's it! That weird feeling. It's not just that the city is empty. It feels like no one lives here at all.
Now that you mention it, it does feel strangely... artificial. Think maybe it's a district just for the Renans alone?
With all this open space, seems unlikely.
Huh?
Hey! You guys! What's going on? What was that about? They were Danans, right?
That wasn't normal. Wait, you don't think it could have been the fruit of Helgen, do you?
No, they seem too docile. What about astral energy? Could you sense any coming from them?
No, and I'm pretty sure I could tell if it was. If not that, though, then what?
Speaking of which, it didn't look like there was anyone guarding them either.
They were headed for the castle. I have a bet.
So, any ideas what the deal was with that boatload of weirdos?
Your guess is as good as mine. They looked like Danan slaves, but beyond that...
This city is grander and more beautiful than any other we've been to, yet...
I know what you mean. From the architecture right down to the people, something feels off somehow.
I've long maintained one can glean a lot about a ruler from their city. Considering how unsettling this place is, I'd say I wasn't far off the mark. Despite its surface layer of majesty, walking around inside, it feels more like a hollowed-out ruin.
I say we follow after that boat. If we're lucky, it might be in the mood to give us some answers.
Man, this place gives me the creeps.
Law, your legs are shaking.
What? Liar?
Just kidding.
You...
I've seen ghost towns that were more alive than this city. Where the hell did all the Danans and Renans go? There's nobody here either. Looks like the only building up ahead is the castle, but...
No good. It's a dead end.
I don't relish our chances climbing. Or breaking through, for that matter.
And yet this seems to be the only way inside. Take a look around. There must be a switch or something to...
What? What is it this time?
Look! Over there!
Alphen!
Astral energy? But then... that means...
Snap out of it! Can't you see what's happening? You're being deceived! Please stop! You'll die!
Damn it!
Bull Run is killing you! You need to run! Please, get off the boat!
What just happened?
We're being summoned.
Summoned? By that murdering monster?
It's all a demonstration designed to provoke. To prove to us, no, to Alphen, just what he's capable of.
Kidnapping Shionne. Killing all those people. If it's just me he's after, then why hurt them?
Why do all this just to get at me? You hear me, Bull Run? Answer me!
Alphen, this is not your fault. Don't give this to him.
I know. And I won't. My hands are stained with blood. But even so, if we're going to stop that bastard, then I need to keep going. Let's move.
Damn it.
How awful. All of those people in the boats. Do you think they had any idea what was going to happen to them?
They did a damn good job of concealing it if they did. You ask me, the only thing on their mind was following orders.
And I bet I can guess who from. Volron.
The only thing they knew was mindless oppression right to the very end. What kind of purpose is that? Living only to die at your master's whim?
Being a slave means having your whole life stolen from you. In the worst cases, quite literally. That bastard will get what's coming to him. I'll see to it he does.
Is this what I think it is? Those people, they were all...
He's sick. Sick and deranged.
Remember this well. This is the true face of who we're up against.
Still, if it's not Fruits of Helgen he's using, then how do you think Volron goes about controlling all of them?
They didn't look like they'd been threatened, but they didn't look like they understood anything either.
It could be something else, like a potion perhaps. But frankly, I doubt it.
But that would mean they're following Volron out of choice? But why?
Nothing bolsters a despot's authority more than loyalty. Loyalty is advantageous for any ruler. For Volron, it means acolytes willing to give their lives for him. As for whether they did it willingly or not, I'd say they're merely puppets dancing to their master's tune.
But to the point where they'd give up their own life force? Is that even possible?
You just saw it for yourself. And think back to when I was your lord. If I'd asked you to sacrifice yourself for some cause, would you have?
Dohalim.
My apologies. My words got away from me again.
No, you're absolutely right. The only difference being that you never demanded such a thing. You wouldn't.
All lords are masters in the art of manipulating their subjects' hearts, whether they use fear, torture, or various other methods. The outcome is the same.
Fear.
No wonder there's no remaining signs of a resistance force in this place. Shionne!
Wait! Something's not right.
Everyone. They're gone. And I'm all alone. It's dark. Please help me.
Shionne,
It's so dark. Everyone.
we came to save you. It's okay now.
And I'm all alone. It's dark. Please help me. No.
Shionne.
Lies.
Thorns! This situation just got prickly.
There is immense dark astral energy here. Far too potent to be the work of a single individual. It's possible Volron's manipulating her. We cannot tell from this far away. We need to be much closer.
Only to do that, first we need to get rid of the sword. So we fight fire with fire! Unless you have a better idea. Alone. I'm all alone.
Shionne!
I can't die. But I also can't live.
Shionne! Shionne! We're coming for you! Won't let you down this time. Ah! Hang in there, Liam. It's nothing compared to what you're going through. I won't let you go again. I can take whatever you give me. So please, open your eyes. Shionne!
More where that came from!
Dragon Swarm! Not here!
Again!
You're finished!
Thunderblade!
Eat this!
Oh, it's...
Take this! It's over!
Leading pile driver! Tempest!
No escape!
Enemy Supernova!
Dragon
Raging
Swarm!
Cascade! Breath! Dance in the wind! Seal! I'll be saving this one.
The thorns just keep growing back. If this keeps up, then...
Please wake up, Shionne! Come back to us! I'm alone. Alone? I'm completely alone.
You're wrong.
Elfin!
She thinks we left her all alone. She can't see us or hear us. because I pulled away from you. Because I couldn't hold on to you. Shionne. But you're not alone anymore. Law's here. And Rinwell too. Kisara. And Dohalim. And so am I. Believe me when I say, you are not alone. So please, don't give up on us. We will bear your thorns together. I swear it. Shionne.
Alvin!
How many times do I have to tell you? Not to be so careless.
There is no more time for us to rest.
Let us finish this. I entrust this blade to you once more.
Let's go. Bull Run is waiting.
Hey, Alvin?
What is it?
While I was away, what did you do?
I missed you.
Alvin. But after what happened because of me,
I got a glimpse of the real you. It was worth it. You could say the pain is some kind of reward.
some reward. You sure all that hurt hasn't done something to your head, too?
Hey now.
Is it just me, or are they...
It's been a while. They're just happy to see each other.
I know. I mean, it's fine.
We all express ourselves in different ways. Leave them be.
They should get a room.
Shionne.
Thanks. So, the Sovereign, the Renis Alma, the fate of Lenegis 300 years ago? Yes. That is a lot to take in, isn't it? I never realized the weight of the burden you were carrying.
I could say the same.
The person you kept mistaking me for. It was Naori, wasn't it? So, what do you think? Could I be her descendant?
It seems likely. You two do look very similar.
Kidnapping Shionne, mistreating slaves, and who knows what other terrible deeds. Seriously? These so-called lords just think they can do whatever they like.
I am deeply ashamed to be one of their kind.
Sorry, my bad. I didn't mean you, Dohalim.
Do you think Volron could have been behind what just happened with Shionne's thorns?
I'm not sure. If it was bait he needed, kidnapping her should have sufficed. Perhaps he had some other purpose in mind.
Her thorns aside, as a hostage, surely it would have made more sense to keep her close at hand. So why did he leave her unguarded?
If getting rid of Alphen was Volron's only priority, then he could have ambushed us directly. It's not as if he lacks the power. He chose not to, which means he's toying with us, prolonging Alphen's suffering as much as he can.
But why? What does Volron specifically have against Alphen? Is it because he's leading the Danon rebellion?
Possibly. But try to see it from Volron's perspective. He'd do anything to win the crown contest, correct? Knowing that the true sovereign already exists somewhere is bound to ruffle his feathers. Have your paths crossed before, Alphen?
Only when I've been with you guys.
In the end, we just find more mysteries.
What isn't a mystery is how badly we're gonna beat this creep up once we find him.
What a simple and straightforward person you are, Law. Those things that came out of Shionne are her thorns, right? She said they're made of dark astral energy.
She did. But those thorns are no astral art, and she cannot control them.
Way to give us a heart attack. I wasn't sure how that was gonna pan out for a while there.
I'm just glad everyone's safe. Really glad.
What about you, Shionne? How are you feeling? He didn't do anything to you, did he?
The last thing I remember is being back on the ship. Back then. Seeing Alphen's pain return to him the moment he touched me. It brought me back to my childhood. The fear in people's eyes whenever they were around me. And the next thing I knew, darkness was welling up inside me. It was smothering me. I couldn't see anything anymore. I was all alone.
Shionne.
You're okay now. You're safe, Shionne. We're here with you. You're not alone any longer.
Thank you.
How's that for a kick? I'm getting better, right?
Quite. I'll be relying on your fancy footwork.
Does fancy footwork mean running away like a chicken? No!
Must be Volron's Imperial Guard.
They don't seem to be keeping lookout. More like they're waiting.
Oh well, the royal welcome was nice while it lasted.
Time to get our fists dirty, huh?
Wait, we don't have a plan!
As far as Law's concerned, this is the plan. Let's go!
Open your eyes! This blind loyalty is just another form of slavery.
Glory be to Volron!
That's useless. They're brainwashed. Just like the damning puppets we've dealt with outside.
Now, fall it freely!
Take it down!
An astral art? Take
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Lightning orb! I'm ready! Cascade!
I'm ready!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
None shall escape your judgment!
Resonate with the earth! Can you take it? Tear! Lunarondo!
Raging cascade! Lightning! Red! Dance in the wind!
You picked the wrong fight! Being interrupted? Hurricane Thrust!
This one's mine!
Down on the wind! I can carve through armor! Remote!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
No chance! I'm not done!
Thunder peeling!
Plasma shock! Here I come! It's over! Thank you! Take this! Burn in hell!
Do it!
You're mine! Remote!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Well, that didn't feel great. Those soldiers were just like the slaves, driven by a warped sense of loyalty.
Yeah, that was just about as hollow a victory as they come.
It's strange. I always thought loyalty was one of the greatest virtues out there. Now I'm not so sure. Is it simply a question of where your loyalties lie? Or is it fealty itself that's the problem?
Maybe it only becomes a problem the moment you stop thinking for yourself.
So if we defeat Volron, you think they might learn to think independently again? Actually, no. Never mind. This isn't the time. We can worry about that after we finish the task at hand and defeat Volron.
As expected, Volron's elite guards are quite formidable. Their equipment and training far exceed those of any foot soldier.
We need to be careful not to let them exhaust us before we reach Volron.
A grandiose castle for a grandiose city. You really didn't cut any corners.
They're certainly akin to each other. And yet, I'd say the castle seems even more reflective of its owner's personality.
In what way?
It feels overbearing, tyrannical almost. But more than anything, merciless. As if any pretense to ease of living was sacrificed in favor of sending a message. One of domination, and a thirst for total power. In other words, the perfect domicile for our power-crazed foe.
That's why he let us in. It's precisely the message he wanted to convey. Almost like he's mocking us.
That bastard's in the mood to play? We'll see who's laughing once we've taken him down a peg or two. Is it just me? Or is the blazing sword burning even more brightly than before?
Yeah, as if the astral energy within it has become more powerful somehow.
It would appear Alphen has learned to harness his sovereign abilities to even greater effect.
Is that true, Alphen?
I'm not sure. I don't think I'm doing anything differently.
You're not. It's proof of your strengthened bond with Shionne. No further explanations needed.
Oh man, for real? Nice!
Is that true?
How am I supposed to know?
Fat lot of good the two of you are.
I may have a theory or two I could offer.
Yeah, no. I think we're good.
Now that you mention it, though, I guess I have noticed a change. It's like there isn't as much resistance when energy's being siphoned from my Master Core.
Aha! So it is a Bond thing! Aw, you guys!
Wait, what about your hand? That thing practically used to give you third-degree burns every time you wielded it, right?
Kisara's got a point. And if it's gotten even hotter since then...
I won't lie. The searing heat and pain are almost unbearable. Almost. When I'm fighting, I'm somehow able to endure it. It's like the sword becomes part of me or something. Like I can feel it pulsing through my chest. I can't describe it.
In other words, your heart burns with a flame more powerful than even that of the sword. Fascinating.
Yeah, take it from our resident poet laureate.
Hmm?